Your Apple Watch is getting some new updates, including extra watch faces, better running metrics, and improved sleep tracking. The public beta of WatchOS 9 has just dropped, and let's take a look at everything that's new. Now, before we start, obviously this is a beta, so features between now and the full release sometime in the fall are likely to change. If you want to install it on your Apple Watch, you will need a Series 4 or later. That's also including the Apple Watch SE. Unfortunately, Series 3 owners, I'm sorry, you're out of luck. WatchOS 8 will be the last major software update that you receive. Now, this will be a little bit of a laundry list, including the major features and a couple of extra tidbits that I found during my time with the beta. So let's dive in and see what's coming. One of the first things you'll probably notice about WatchOS 9 are the 4 brand new watch faces. This is the Metropolitan face. Obviously it has the complications around the side, but the key thing is with this face is when you move the crown, the numbers will pop in and out accordingly. Next up, we have the lunar face. Now this one is obviously showing the lunar calendar. Again, you can move the crown and scroll through the calendar like so. This is the playtime face, and the numbers are basically going to bounce around either when you tap the screen or again when you move the crown. Lots of things in the background start to happen. Astronomy has also got a bit of a facelift. It's now higher resolution images, and again it looks a lot cleaner than before, and you can also rotate the crown, have these effects, and it's also going to show you the current weather in your location down at the bottom. Again, customizable with things like the font and so on. The one that I'm probably most excited about though is the portrait mode watch face that now works with pets. You probably remember portrait mode face was on WatchOS 8, not new, but it didn't work with your dogs and cats. And now look at this. The segmentation data actually works, and you can scroll the crown and your pet pops in and out of the frame. Finally, the modular watch face is not new, but now what is different is that you can actually change the background color, and you can also select from different gradients as well if that's the look that you like. There are a few interface tweaks on WatchOS 9 that do look a little bit different from WatchOS 8. The first is notifications. You'll notice that they now pop up as banners rather than having overtaken the entire screen when the watch is active. It's more similar to how it appears on the iPhone. The next is, that's a little bit more iPhone-like, is when you activate Siri, you'll notice that it pops up down here. And again, looking more similar like it does on the phone. The control center has the additional option of being able to select the text size now from down here, rather than having to go into the settings. And you do get some additional text sizes too, which is great. And although this one is not on the watch itself, it's actually on the phone, you can now add a charging widget to your home screen and actually see the battery status and how much charge it has left if you've got it on the charger right on your lock screen. Now this obviously wouldn't be an Apple Watch update without some significant updates to the workout app and fitness tracking options. The first one I want to show you is multi-sport mode. Now you no longer have to go in and add different workout types. You can now actually create your own or use the presets like bike run, triathlon, swim bike, and so on. And once you actually start the workout, say I want to do a bike run, you get it started and it's automatically going to detect when you change activities. So you don't need to manually add a new one or tell the watch that you've say, hey, I've started my run. It should detect it on its own. Now for more casual athletes like me who are usually sticking to just one sport at a time because triathlons are incredible but way too hard for me, we're going to start a regular run. And you can see now that the workout screens have changed once we get into it. You'll be able to scroll down with the digital crown, and more excitingly for me than anything else, I think, is the ability to see heart rate zones on your watch face. This is something that I've wanted in the first party Apple Watch app for workouts for years, and now we finally get it. Now, these heart rate zones are actually customized to you, but you can change them manually if you want. I'll show you where you get to that. So you scroll down into your settings, and then you find workout, and then scroll all the way to the bottom and see heart rate zones. It's set to automatic, but you can also set them to manual. So if you want to make sure that your zone 1 is lower or higher and your zone 5 or your max is lower or higher as well, you can do that too. Keep scrolling down and you'll see there are a lot more workout screens here. You also have the elevation using the altimeter. Now this is obviously if you're doing your outdoor workouts, like your runs, your outdoor bike rides and your hikes, you'll be able to see the graph on screen. I'm not going anywhere obviously, so it's not going to change right now, but it would if I was doing an actual hike. And again, scrolling all the way down to the very bottom, you'll see your activity rings here. So you can actually see mid-workout what you're doing is contributing to your overall activity rings. There's also custom workouts. So if you tap those 3 dots next to your workout, say like an outdoor run, and scroll down, you'll notice there are a couple different options. Pacer is obviously when you choose a distance and a finish time, and then the watch will actually give you the pace that you need to hit that goal and give you alerts along the way. Also on that custom workout screen, you can now set combos of distance and time goals. So if you want to do some intervals, and you can again create a workout, customize this all to your liking. Now WatchOS 8 was all about outdoor cycling and e-bike riding and better calorie calculations for things like e-bikes. But WatchOS 9 is all about running because there are some brand new running form metrics that the watch is going to be able to track. So on top of all the existing metrics, you can now add things like vertical oscillation, stride length, ground contact time, and even a running power metric to your workout screen. But if you're interested in finding out more, drop me a comment. I will do my best and make a breakout video on what all of these running metrics mean and how they can help you train for your next race. If you're more about the smart features and less about the fitness, don't worry, I got you. There's plenty to talk about when it comes to the new smart features on the watch, including some apps. Now let's take a look first up at the calendar. You'll notice that when we go in, we'll not only be able to see the day view, but we'll be able to now see a brand new week view. And you can also go in and create calendar events on the watch as well. So you no longer have to rely on your phone. Similarly, with the Reminders app, you're now able to add and edit straight from the watch like so. But okay, this next one is probably one of my favorite new WatchOS 9 features. All right, so if you dictate a message using your voice, you're probably used to having to speak your punctuation. Now you notice that I'm talking and it's automatically separating my sentences with the right punctuation. This is so neat. I love not having to physically say comma or full stop. See, it's doing that. I'll show you how you actually turn this on. It should be on by default, but just in case, you need to go to Settings, General, Dictation, and then Auto Punctuation. And again, if you don't like that, you just like the old school way, turn it off. Okay, speaking of favorite features on WatchOS 9, this one is so neat and definitely one of my favorites. So on the phone itself, it's called Apple Watch mirroring, and you need to open up settings, head to accessibility, and then we'll scroll down and see Apple Watch mirroring. Okay, we turn this on and voila. Let's see if we can put them side by side so you can actually see what's going on. You'll actually see an emulation of your Apple Watch right on the phone screen, but it doesn't stop there. You can actually use the watch from the phone like so. So you've got a screen open, you can start typing, you can say hi. No, it doesn't end there, you can cancel that. We can go back using the digital crown and interact with the watch like we normally would, and it's reflected exactly the same on the watch, basically controlling your watch from the phone. Guess what? The Apple Watch finally has more extensive and in-depth sleep tracking. So the interface when you go into sleep doesn't look any different. Up here you've got your bedtimes and your schedules, but if you scroll down, you'll actually now be able to see on the screen your sleep stages like you can on many other wearables. Last night's sleep was a terrible night's sleep, as you can see. A lot of awake time, but it's actually really nice that I can see that in depth now, rather than that bar chart that you used to see in the Health app. It's now going to show you exactly the breakdown of your sleep. If you're wondering what this core is, this is actually what other wearables call light sleep. It's the same. It's basically where the bulk of your sleep is made up of, but Apple's just calling that core. And you can also see trends of your last 14 days if you've been wearing it to sleep. One of the other major updates is AFib history, which WatchOS 9 now supports. To actually turn that on and activate it, to go through the setup process, you'll need to go to the Health app on iPhone, go to Browse, and it should pop up under AFib history. If it doesn't, you can just search for it like that, set it up, and then you'll be able to see insights over time. So those are the major new features coming to WatchOS 9 on the Apple Watch starting in the fall, sometime in the fall with a full release. And if you want to find out more details on everything that is new in the public beta, as well as a full guide on how to download it to your device, links for you are in the description. I want to know what your favorite feature is. I think you know what mine is. It's the Apple Watch mirroring. That is so cool. Drop me a comment down below and let me know if you find any extra Easter eggs or other cool features in the beta, because I want to check them out too. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.